My name is Robert Herrera, and today I want to talk to you about COVID-19 and divorces in Colorado. With the new health crisis that we're all dealing with, this has also impacted the court system. And if you were thinking about or filing for divorce, the courts are now pushing back any and all filings that are deemed to be non-essential until after May 15th, 2020. This means that you couldn't even petition the court until that time, and that could even get pushed back further. If you had any existing court dates between now and then, those dates have all been vacated and would have to be rescheduled as well. Well, what does that mean for you and your ability to move forward on kind of a divorce proceedings? Well, it means that you're going to have to think outside the box and use other alternatives that might be available to you, and you might not even know about them. One of those alternatives is something that is called mediation, or mediating a divorce. Now, in a mediation of a divorce, what happens is the parties who are disputing with one another over this divorce contact an expert in this area who will sit the parties down and talk to them about the divorce and help them to walk through the paperwork that is necessary to initiate a court filing. But on top of that initial paperwork, there's also a lot of issues that need to be considered and talked through. And if the parties are able to reach an agreement over those issues with the help of the mediator, that means that the court doesn't have to do it. And right now the court is not even accepting or giving you the possibility of being able to do that for you. So the use of a mediator for these very important situations is now becoming a very crucial aspect. So what this mediator does is we'll sit the parties down and we'll discuss the initial filing and the paperwork that is required to move it forward. And that's not very daunting or terrible, but there is some direction that needs to be given with that. After that, there's a lot of milestones in a divorce proceeding that need to be handled and talked through, and one of those milestones is the financial component. The parties must prepare and disclose to one another everything that there is to know about the financial condition, and that includes all the assets and the liabilities, so that they can have a meaningful discussion about how they want to resolve that. That is an excellent time to utilize a mediator to sit down and to go through those assets and liabilities and to come up with a plan of how they themselves want to be able to resolve those issues. If there are children involved, and oftentimes there are, the folks will need to come together with a parenting plan. Now, that may be a daunting task to start from scratch. However, a qualified mediator would know how and what is necessary to set that up. And the parties themselves know their schedules and know what works for them. And so sitting down together, they're able to come up with a plan and put together a parenting plan so that everybody knows what is supposed to happen. Who gets the kids on what weekends and holidays and birthdays and things of that nature, which are very, very important and need to be discussed thoroughly. And through a mediation, that's the best opportunity to be able to do that. If there is maintenance issues, which there typically is, those also need to be discussed, and if they can reach a resolution with the help of a mediator, that can be an agreement that is also put together as part of the plan. So the utilization of a mediator in these times can be very, very effective and helpful so that the parties can handle many, many of these issues that don't need the court to be able to do. One, because they're going to be inundated with cases when they are able to take cases in again, and everything is going to be pushed back. So if you are considering going through with the divorce proceedings and want some guidance on what that looks like, the utilization of a mediator in the context can be very, very helpful to get the parties moving forward and discussing these issues so that they can resolve them, and with very, very minimal intervention or help from the courts. If you have any other questions about divorce mediation, we'd be happy to answer those. Please give us a call. Thank you.